So here's the scoop. A plethora of emotions that have taken me for a loop. Seldom does your boy date women with children. Why? Simple. They are not my children. Plus, come on. Who wants to really deal with the drama? And trust, I know how fucked up it sounds when I got not one, but two baby mamas. But it was always my take and position I played to not put myself in some type of mistake. You know how it is. Baby daddy don't want you to replace what was once his and play stepdaddy to his kids. And trust me, I totally understand. What real father wants to be replaced by another man? I've been put in that situation. Thank God homie knew how to play his position. He didn't try to replace me when in my son's life tried to be the man. He just fell in love with someone I just really couldn't stand. And hey, who am I to judge? One man's garbage is another man's treasure. And by all means, take the reins. It'll be my pleasure. And so he did. Got married to the chick and had 2 kids. So I can see how things can work out for some. And to be honest, dude taught me a lot about seeing outside my little box in the years to come. But you see, the difference is that I really had absolutely no desire to get back with that girl. I don't care if God himself came down and said, "If you don't, my son, I will destroy the world." We all would have been real messed up in the game. My hope is when I got to heaven, God didn't tell my name, and who was to blame? That should have been, real lame. Anyway, back to the story at hand, and how me and someone else's children just wasn't in the plan. But you know how they say, don't speak out what you don't want into the universe, because that's the exact thing you're going to get 100% first. Basically, a blessing disguised in a curse. And that's how I saw it. Notice, I said, saw it. I no longer see it as a curse as much as a blessing. And this is the part of the story that we begin confessing. I wound up getting with a woman with little ones, at a time when I had little to no funds. So the thought of incurring this responsibility was far from logical, because the price of supporting more than myself seemed astronomical. But as they say, God shall provide. And it's the phrase I stuck by at the time, each and every time I swallowed my pride. Rich in love, I guess. Even when children tend to patience test, I still gave it my best. "You're not my father! You're not my father!" are the shouts we hear from the bedroom as the door slams. "I don't want to be, you little fucker!" is the mental note as my verbal gun jams. My voice in anger unheard and unseen, because I remember vividly well what it was like to be a fatherless teen. And while their father was a supplier to all drugs dirty and unclean, my father was a receiver of all drugs to turn a once-loved hero into a pathetic dope fiend. We both come to this crossroads at different sides of the track. The blinded child to life's hard facts, and the adult that sees all too well a lost son who just wants to have daddy's back. While one father neglected the importance of fatherhood because of all the money the drugs could produce, the other's father neglected the importance of fatherhood because of all the drugs he could induce. So an understanding heart and mind I possess. I lived a life of trying to have daddy's back even under scrutiny and distress. The namesake that just wanted to be in his eyes the very best. Knowledge that I believed would aid me in taking these little birds and helping them fly. But what happens when your love and time they steady deny, only to use words and actions to hurt you and make their mother cry? What is the ultimate limit? Do you walk around your own house quiet and timid, as to avoid conflict and not have to hear their bullshit? Little son of a bitch is using words like, "You chose your man over me," when yelling at mommy dearest. How do I take the high road and not become a stepfather terrorist? Cock back the verbal 9 million and become the rapid-fire lyricist. Because he don't want for me to say what I really want to say. The little shit don't know his ass from his elbow on any given day. I know this to be fact, so I cut him some slack. Let him know I'm not going anywhere. Let him know I love him even though his actions are unfair. His words leave me with despair, and he's forcing me not to care. I will try my best to rise above it. Be stern, be strict. Be right there to give your ass a kick when you're being a real little dick. But I will also love with hugs, nurture, and mend the loneliness he feels when he imagines his father and mother together again. Explain that I'm not trying to replace his father, but trying to be a father figure friend, and somehow make him appreciate and see how worse off he could really be than to be stuck with a stepfather like me.